Hi everybody, this is the tutorial for The Way a Heart Breaks. My name's Billy from Piano and Pies. Let's get stuck straight in. To play the song the easiest, we need a capo on the 2nd fret. If you're in need of a capo, there is a link to one in the description below, so feel free to check that out. However, let's delve in with the start of the song. And we have 4 chord shapes that we need. The first one being an F major chord. That is a 3 on the D, 2 on the G, 1-1 on the B and E. We won't play the low 2 strings for that chord. Chord number 2 out of the 4 is a C major chord, a similar shape, which is 3 on the A, 2 on the D, an open G, 1 on the B, and an open E. We won't play the low E string for that chord. Hopefully you've noticed that all these numbers are in reference to the capo up to now. The third out of the 4 chords, A minor. That is an open A, 2-2 on the D and G, 1 on the B, and an open E. And the last chord that we need is a G major chord. And that is 3 on the E, 2 on the A, 0-0-0, and that's on the D, G and B, and a 3 on the high E. So we have F to C, A minor to G. So in terms of how we strum those chords, from the F to the C we have, which is dun, 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 or down, up, down. And the C is the more frantic part. So I'll play that slowly from the F. We then repeat the same for the A minor to the G. So I'll play that through slowly through the 4 chords so you can see exactly what my strumming hand is doing. Now, if you're interested in getting the chord chart for this song, which has the full structure and all the chords within that structure, as well as a second sheet of the chords and the lyrics matched up, let's say you're singing or playing along and you need to make sure that you have the right chord with the right lyric, head on over to Patreon. I've got you covered. For the price of a coffee, you get everything wrought out professionally by myself, and it saves you from trying to write it down or trying to memorize it and maybe making a few mistakes. So yeah, feel free to consider that over on Patreon. Links in the description. So the first verse, we have vocals in straight away, and we're going to repeat those chords round 4 times. So that'll be 1 time round, you'll do that 4 times round for the verse. Now, basically, the full song is those 4 chords over and over. However, if you just keep repeating that over and over on a guitar, it can kind of sound a little bit boring. So for the rest of the video, I'm going to show you some techniques that you can use to implement on those chords, which will make it sound a bit more interesting. For example, on the F chord, what we can do when we play it, we can hammer on this finger like this. And all I mean by that is play the chord without that finger, and then hammer on, add that finger on, and you get that lovely bit of texture to our chord playing. You could even do the same to the C chord. And it just adds that lovely little bit of texture to what we're playing. You could even go as far as trying it on the A minor with these 2 fingers. So we have... I'd recommend maybe doing 1 on the first time round the chords and then another on the next time round, rather than doing it every single time, because that might be a little bit overkill, but use your ear, you can work out what you think sounds best. But basically, those chords in that order with a bit of hammer-ons in between will get you through this song. So if you found it useful, please do like and subscribe, which really helps out my channel grow, and consider getting that extra material over on Patreon. I also want to say a very quick thank you to the people floating by on the screens. Those folks are my active patrons. So the moment this video goes live, they will get access to that content straight away. So thanks to them for their support. Thanks you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.